Hello and a warm welcome to HW News Network, your one-stop show, truth be told, for some engaging and thought-provoking conversations. Leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has been consistently raising one question as to during the Operation Sindoor, how many fighter jets or how many planes has India lost? And especially after foreign minister's clip which went viral where he said that he had already sent a message to Pakistan before the military strike, informing them that it will only be the terror camps which will be attacked, not the military or the civilian installations. This is the clip which went viral, after which Rahul Gandhi has tweeted twice and asked that, especially after this clip, it means that Pakistan would have readied itself from beforehand because they have the information that India is going to strike the terror camps. Hence, the nation wants to know as to how many fighter jets has India lost. There is no answer to this. There is no answer as to why that ceasefire happened. Everything is a mystery. And now there is a multi-party delegation, a seven team multi-party delegation, which is traveling to various countries, and they will explain what Operation Sindoor was all about. They will try and expose Pakistan. That is what the mandate of this multi-party delegation is. Of course, there's been a lot of politics because unilaterally BJP picked Shashi Tharoor, then muddying the Congress waters. Then Mamta Banerjee first took a stand that she will not send anybody because she was not contacted. Unilaterally, BJP has just decided on sending the people. So the pitch and the tone and the tenor has not been right. But as of now, what we are hearing, that Abhishek Banerjee has confirmed a TMC representative who will be part of the multi-party delegation. But coming back to the main question, how many fighter jets has India lost? There is no answer to that. But since Rahul Gandhi raised this question, Amit Malviya tweeted this morning, and I'm going to put out that tweet for you so that you can take a look what he has written. It's not surprising that Rahul Gandhi is speaking the language of Pakistan and its benefactors. He hasn't congratulated the Prime Minister on the flawless Operation Sindoor, which unmistakably showcases India's dominance. Instead, he repeatedly asks how many jets we lost, a question that has already been addressed in the DGMO briefings. Curiously, he hasn't once inquired about how many Pakistani jets were shot down during the conflict or how many were destroyed while parked in their hangars when Indian forces pounded the Pakistani air bases. What's next for Rahul Gandhi? Nishane Pakistan. And there is an abominable picture put out, and obviously it's been made with artificial intelligence. Look at this picture. On one half of the face is that of Pak Army Chief Asim Munir, and the other half is that of Rahul Gandhi. Now, we'll try and discuss that, what is the government really wanting through this multi-party delegation? Is the government going all out with this multi-party delegation only so that those sticky questions cannot be answered? Is it trying to deflect attention? Where are those questions about a special session, an all-party meeting, which should first brief the domestic audience as to what has happened on Operation Sindoor? But what is happening? The moment you raise a question on Operation Sindoor, you are labeled as a Pakistani, just as what the tweet of Amit Malviya today indicated. So we'll try and discuss all of this. Joining me now is a very special guest this evening. We have a veteran politician and former Union Minister, Yashwant Sinha, with us. So thank you so much for joining on HW. Always a pleasure listening to you always. But Mr. Sinha, what would you really say about the tweet of Amit Malviya, which has been put out, where he says that what is next for Rahul Gandhi? It's Nishane Pakistan. What can one say?
There used to be a Nazi minister in Hitler's regime in Germany. His name was Goebbels, and he was the minister in charge of propaganda. The only comment that I like to make about such an insignificant person as the one you have named, that he looks like Goebbels, he behaves like Goebbels, and he's done enormous damage to the BJP, of which once I was a member. I am extremely sad to see that on the one hand, the government is reaching out to the opposition parties and expecting them to go abroad and put India's case before the world, and on the other, their man in charge of information technology is making such a statement about Rahul Gandhi. Now, if Rahul Gandhi is speaking the language of Pakistan, or if Rahul Gandhi is in any way in cahoots with Asif Munir, the Pakistani army chief of staff, then why are they including a member of the Congress party or members of the Congress party in the delegation? Doesn't make any sense. The problem is, and I must make it absolutely clear, that in today's BJP, they know nothing about anything else except politics. Every occasion is a political occasion for them, and they would like to derive the maximum electoral advantage benefit from any such occasion. So Rahul Gandhi is in cahoots with Pakistan. Whole Congress party is nothing but acting as agent of Pakistan here in India. So why didn't you move against them? Why didn't you start cases of treason against them? You are the ruling party, isn't it? You can't get away by making a statement only. You take them to court. But that they will not, because they feel that with the help of the Godi media, they can make any untruth sound truthful. That's the problem.
But Mr. Sinha, what does one say about these questions as to how many fighter jets have been downed on the Indian side? Now, are these not the questions which one should raise? Because the moment you ask these questions, you are labeled as an anti-national. But are we going to get the answers? Because government is totally quiet on this. It is silent. Rather, it has deflected the attention of Operation Sindoor uh, to a totally different level now. And they have turned around this entire narrative.
Uh, you know, as far as I remember, I am not uh, mistaken when I say this, that in every conflict, military conflict, starting from the 47-48 Kashmir conflict, in every conflict, at an appropriate time, the government has come out with the figures of casualties, both of men and material. We know how many people we lost in Kargil, don't we? We know that because we know how many people were lost in the Indian peacekeeping forces operation in Sri Lanka. We know how many people we lost in 71 war, in 65 war. So it is in a democracy, you don't hide these things. You go out, inform parliament, inform the people what your casualties have been. Why do you want to hide these figures? I don't know. And particularly the figure of aircraft lost. Because as far as men and material are concerned, you can say that we are still making an estimate. But what about aircraft? That aircraft were lost. Some fell in Bhatinda, some parts fell in Jaisalmer. I mean, all these are in public domain. So, what is the big deal if you disclose it to the people of India that we lost, um, you know, 2 aircraft, 1 aircraft, or whatever? And obviously, they were lost in Indian territory, in Indian skies, because their remnants did not fall in Pakistan, like the last time when Abhinandan was captured by the Pakistanis.
But Mr. Sinha, I mean, if you look at the sequence of events, 26 lives were lost on 22nd April. The entire nation expected that the government will do a retaliatory strike. They did that. But then immediately after 2 days of that operation, we do not know how, why, where, and how come that situation unfolded. And all of a sudden, Donald Trump uh, creeps in and he says he takes all the credit for the ceasefire. Then he says that trade was the major reason. And then we do find stories where, some kind of a trade has happened. Piyush Goyal is in America. He's met the secretary over there, and all sorts of stories now coming out. And no one knows as to why this ceasefire happened. Now, don't you think that before sending the multi party delegation, the prerogative of the government should have been to address the domestic audience, tell the people as to why this ceasefire happened, tell the army that why ceasefire call was taken? But without doing all this, the government is just sending out a multi party delegation. What do you think is the intention of the government when it is doing so? And is it not misleading the nation on Operation Sindoor?
It is misleading the nation without doubt on the success or otherwise of Operation Sindoor. I mentioned to you the fact that it is BJP's tendency to convert everything into an electoral opportunity. Through the Tiranga Yatras, they have already tried to do it. And we'll see more and more of it as we go forward. The Bihar elections are around the corner. And I can tell you today that just as they did after Pulwama, the Prime Minister himself will be raising questions about, will be mentioning Operation Sindoor and taking credit for it, and how they have done damage to Pakistan, how they have silenced Pakistan, how they have defeated Pakistan. So this is the narrative which has already started making the rounds. And so on the one hand, they will like to encash it as much as possible for electoral gains, a tendency, a process which has already been started. And on the other hand, they would like to show to the people of this country and the world that India stands united. If India was united, then why didn't the Prime Minister attend the all-party meeting on the day when he went rather to Bihar and made a statement there? Suppose he had the opposition leaders standing with him and he was making a statement after the all-party meeting. Wouldn't that have sent a very, very important message to the people of India and to the world? But that they will not do, because their entire purpose is to make or to take electoral advantage of this whole thing, which is very, very unfortunate. The people of India are entitled to ask questions and get answers. And the questions will begin not only from where the planes were lost, but they will begin from the attack in Pahalgam. Why did the attack happen? And why is it that while we have attacked Pakistan, we have not been able to catch hold of those 4 or 5 terrorists who killed 26 people in Pahalgam? Why? I mean, all these questions will be asked. They'll be asked in Parliament. They are being asked by the people today outside Parliament.
No,
and
but
the government.
These questions, Mr. Sinha, the moment you raise these questions, whether it is the opposition leader, whether it is journalists, whether it is activists, they will be labeled as people who are siding with Pakistan.
I have no hesitation in telling you, and through you, all the audience who are watching, that I am asking these questions. I will continue to ask these questions. Let them damn me by saying that I'm an anti-national, I'm a Pakistani. I don't care. I don't care. People of India are entitled to know the truth. Democracy is all about accountability, isn't it? Who must be held accountable for the loss of lives in Pahalgam? The Home Minister? Why is he still in his chair? Who is responsible for Operation Sindoor? The Prime Minister? So we don't even want to know, we can't know what happened in Operation Sindoor. Of course we want.